Hi guys, well we're here at Legria Motorcycles, Balmer Lawn, and today we're taking out the BMW R18 Classic First Edition. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Okay, let's have a look around this BMW R18 Classic First Edition. Many thanks to Legria Motorcycle Balmer Lawn here in the New Forest lending me this today. So the prices on these for the Classic, they start from £18,990. That's for the Classic. For the base model, they come in at £16,990. For the B model, £21,500, and for the Transcontinental, £23,300. That's 2022 prices. So the obvious star of the show on this engine is the engine of this bike. 1,802cc Boxer Twin air cooled, producing a colossal amount of torque, 158 Newton meters at a crazy low 3,000 RPM. 91 horsepower at 4,750 RPM. Now the weight on this bike is big numbers. It's 365 kilos wet weight on this bike. But to be honest, I've actually ridden bikes that feel heavier. The weight is so low on this, it's not that bad, and it holds its weight really nicely when you're riding it. Seat height is a super low 710mm. Just have a look at me on the bike. I'm 5'7" tall, 30-inch inside leg, weigh about 75 kilos, just to see how I fit the bike, so you can compare that to yourself. Tyres on these, you've got a 130 section on the front, Michelin Commander touring tyres, 16-inch front wheel, and a 180 on the rear, 16-inch again. Fuel consumption on these is actually quite impressive considering how big an engine it is. BMW are quoting 5.6 litres for 100 kilometres. That works out around about 50 miles per gallon. It's got a 16-litre fuel tank, so you should get around about 150 miles, a bit more range out of this. Six-speed transmission on this, 6-speed gearbox, and this particular model has the reverse gear. We'll have a play with that in a bit. Hi guys, I'm just going to show you how this reverse gear works on this bike. So the key's in my pocket, keyless ignition, just hit the standby button here. That powers up the dash and the bike. You then start it up in the usual fashion. Cool, that's pretty violent that. It absolutely chucks to one side. And then just down here, you've got a little lever, which you push down, and now we're in reverse. and then you basically operate it on this start button here, and it should go backwards. There we go. We're going back. That's great. I think it's the starter motor that's sort of engaging in. Try that again. Whee! So we're going back now. Wow, that's easy. There you go. So that works really well. You may need it sometimes to manoeuvre this beast around. So this is the biggest boxer twin that BMW have ever built, and I must say the attention to detail and the build quality is absolutely exquisite. So this is a classy alternative to, say, a Harley bagger. So the classic model over base comes with the screen, spotlights, the pillion seat, cruise control and a fatter 16-inch front wheel. And this being the first edition has the pinstriping and the chrome package. Shaft drive on this, of course. Wouldn't expect any less on a bike like this. Service intervals, pretty decent. 6,000 mile service intervals, 10,000 kilometers. Top speed around about 110 mile an hour, I would say, roughly. 3-year warranty. I must admit, guys, it's one incredible bike. So there we go. Let's do the test ride. Okay, BMW R18 Classic First Edition. What a beast. So obviously it's very, very low, so it's nice and easy to throw a leg over. 365 kilos wet this weighs, and you have to give it a bit of a heave to pull off the side stand, but it's not as bad as you think. And the first thing that hits you with this bike is it is absolutely exquisite build quality. Everywhere you look, you're kind of like, wow, wow. Every single thing, everywhere on it. You know, the cylinder head, the chrome here, the tank, you know, everything, the dash there. It's just incredibly beautifully built. I mean, it's a lot of money, this bike, but you know, absolutely stunning. So we just run through the controls. We have a lovely hydraulic clutch, which looks like it's span adjustable. Headlight flasher, got cruise control on this, hazards menu mode, you've got rock, roll and rain, and there's your lights, indicators, horn over this side, span adjustable front brake lever, heated grips on this one, and your start button, so you power up the dash, and your start and stop. So keys in my pocket, keyless ignition, so have a look at that lovely little dash. Got loads of info there. So we're currently in rock mode, which is the most aggressive. It's got a gear indicator, all your warning lights, lovely traditional analog speedo, built in Berlin. So apparently when you start this up, it really does have a big rock to it. It really does go to one side. So we're ready for this. Wow, God, flipping hell. When that starts up, it really shakes to one side. Quite incredible. Yeah, when you rev it, yeah, it goes that way. Wow, beautiful. It sounds lovely. So here we go. So very, very smooth hydraulic clutch. The quality feels incredible. And away we go. To be honest, that's such a big bike. It really is quite easy to ride. You can, the weight feels very low. It's just got that sledgehammer torque. I feel like I should be Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator. The torque from low RPM is utterly insane. I mean, most of the torque is produced between sort of 2 and 4,000 RPM. It's just instantaneous drive, at virtually no revs. Quite incredible. So you could forget about high revs with this bike. Okay, so let's run through it all. So this model's got the screen. We'll try it at a bit higher speed in a bit, but that's really nice, doing a good job there. Just about right height for me at 5'7". Cool, you can really feel it's a long wheelbase bike. It's got very slow handling. Oh wow! Doesn't that kick out of corners? It's got your typical round to the classic style mirrors. They are very clear, no vibrations at all through those. Currently in third gear out of sixth, just trundling along at the moment. We're here in the beautiful New Forest, south of England. So riding position, typical what you'd expect of a big cruiser. Very wide bars, raked right back, wonderfully comfortable seat, and my legs are pretty much straight down. So a lovely bike for doing some touring on. So considering the bike's sheer size, weight and wheelbase, feels very confidence inspiring round the bends, I must say. But what really strikes you is just this amazingly smooth but characterful, monstrous Boxer twin, and the build quality is absolutely mind-blowing. Second gear, just winding it out. Oh, I mean literally 2,500–3,000 RPM is all you need. Yeah, it needs about third gear 40 mile an hour. So cruise control on, hands free, as always with BMW Cruise, very easy to use. It's very windy at the moment coming across here from the right, but the bike's very stable. Right, we'll just try a bit of a brake test out, front brake only. Yeah, very strong. Obviously it's got a lot of weight to pull up. So first gear, you probably can't hear the noise, but it's glorious throaty roar out of the back there. Back brake, yeah, about average I would say. It's just the way it just grunts off into the distance when you open it up with that colossal wave of torque. Ride quality, very plush. It does feel just a bit on the firm side, I would say. It's not wallowy in the slightest, but the seat is very comfortable. So you could definitely do mile after mile on this. See, I can see why you know, this is definitely a nice alternative if you're looking for something like a Harley Davidson. Just wanted something maybe a little bit more polished, a bit more refined. What a fantastic bike this is. All the switch gear, usual BMW affairs. I've got a few BMWs to try over the years, and it's all very intuitive and easy to use. All the indicators, horn, flashes and all that. As I said, clutch and gearbox, all very easy to use and smooth. Right, we'll just see what this ride's like in a sleepy village. Currently in second gear, 1800 RPM. Just checking for any fueling irregularities. That's absolutely smooth as silk. What an engine, what an engine. No hunting or surging in the fueling there. And considering it's such a big bike and heavy, it really does handle its weight nicely. You can feel it's got a really long wheelbase and quite a lazy steering head angle. It's just a joy just to take it around there slowly. Throttle response, even in this rock mode, it's quite gentle. It's not too instant. It doesn't sort of catch you out unaware. I will try the other modes out later on. Suspension feels very compliant on these bumps at the moment. Yeah, I need to keep it in second gear for this sort of slow stuff. But yeah, fuels very nicely at lower revs. I mean, look, we're just ticking over now 1900 RPM. Wow, absolutely fantastic. So the R18, despite its huge bulk, is a big pussycat round town. Right, catch you in a bit. So we're out on the open road now on the R18, third gear, just opening it up, and wow, just at that torque impress. It just goes without even revving it. Fifth gear now, 60 miles an hour, 2,500 RPM. Let's chuck it into top gear. They are 2,250 RPM at 60 miles an hour. That is impressive. And when you blip the throttle, you can really feel the engine kind of just go to one side. Very impressive. So brakes are all very strong, back brakes okay, riding position typical nice big tourer, big wide handlebars. But oh, if you want a bike, guys, to make you smile, this is a very, very special motorbike. It's just a sheer grunt from low RPM. Second gear, just winding it open. Whoa. God, talk about an effortless engine. Reminds me of the Triumph Rocket, same sort of thing, but you know, this is obviously a Boxer twin. But yeah, absolutely effortless cruising, guys. Look, 60 miles an hour, 2,500 RPM in fifth gear. Vibration wise, there's nothing really. It's just, you can just feel that very pleasant throb from that Boxer twin. Very, very impressively smooth engine. Suspension feels very compliant. I don't think I've ever ridden a motorbike that goes so well without having to rev it. There you go, 60 miles an hour, 2,200 RPM. Let's just try a little bit of a roll on from 40. Third gear, hang on. Wow. God. The noise is fantastic. It's just like a roar out of the back. Oh. Fantastic German build quality. Currently got the heated grips on number 2. They're really warm. Yeah, if you want a motorbike that's a little bit special, if you want to treat yourself to something really nice, give one of these a look. So guys, just to sum up the BMW R18, what a incredible, massive motorcycle. It's quite incredible what man can make. But if you want an extravagance of machinery, look no further than one of these. It's just quite extraordinary, the torque and the noise it makes out the back end there. It just fires out of corners. And it's just a really, really nice, comfortable, big, smooth bike to ride as well. It's got a charming character about it, exquisite build quality. So we're currently in the rock mode. I have tried it in roll and rain, and they're just more, the sort of more gentle throttle response, shall we say. Rock is definitely the most sharpest, best noise out of the 3 riding modes. When you sort of look down and you see these massive twin pots sticking out the side, you know, they're absolutely massive. Shaft drive all is very nice, it's not snatchy or anything. Ooh, it's totally addictive, that soundtrack. With some proper open pipes, this would just be on another planet, wouldn't it? Let's just wrap this up here. We definitely need to have a really good look around this at the end here, don't we? What a wonderful experience. God, what a noise. Right, just see what it's like into neutral, first, neutral, nice and easy. It's got a ginormous side stand. Show you the lights and the indicators running. So LEDs, got your driving lights as well. Very nice. Wow, what a machine. Let's have a good look round this, shall we? So as I said, LEDs, very nice suspension. Looks like you've got a steering lock in there. Absolutely exquisite engine. I mean, you could just look at that all day long, couldn't you? It's just all the build quality everywhere. It's just that beautiful German build quality, isn't it? So we've got a monoshock up in there, I would say. Yep. Fantastic. Right, just show you what the beast is like off the side stand. I mean, it's a fair weight to push off the side stand, but it's not as bad as you would think. Once you get the old girl rolling, because you've got these really big wide bars, it's quite easy to push around once you get it rolling. So it's not too bad considering it's 365 kilos. So there we go. I'm only an average strength guy, and that's not too bad to push around. So guys, what is your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the R18 Classic First Edition? Give me a thumbs up, please. Like, share and subscribe as always. Definitely post some comments down below. I want to know what you think about this beast. Alright guys, take care, ride safe, and bye for now.